everybody. My name is Harold Frazier. I'm chairman of the Cheyenne River Sioux Tribe, and last week I talked about it, and we put on our Facebook page some trips and some meetings that I attended. This past Tuesday, I wanted to give a report on them. This past Tuesday on the 28th, we was up in Sisseton. We went and met with the Smithsonian, the board. One of the things they want to do is they want to do an Indian memorial in honor of our veterans out on the mall by the Capitol building. And some of the things we found out was they passed Congress passed legislation that not only authorized the memorial to be placed on in that area, but it also prohibited any federal funds being used. So the board is going to be out soliciting donations from tribes, various organizations, or for basically anybody to raise the funds to build a memorial. And that monument is going to be cost around about $15 million that they're estimating. Design has not been developed or completed, and of course once the design is completed, then it will determine the exact amount. But right now they're estimating it's going to cost about $15 million. They're hoping by Veterans Day of 2020 that it will be completed and unveiled at that time. Basically, the meeting, they sat and they listened to a lot of veterans that were there. There was veterans from, I believe, Rosebud, Standing Rock, as well as us and the Sisseton tribe. They heard our comments on how the monument should be constructed. And on the 29th, went down to Pier. We met with State South Dakota Governor Dugard. He wanted to visit with the tribes to talk about Senate Bill 176, which was the bill that he introduced into the state legislature. He's concerned with the protest that's going to be coming up with the Keystone Pipeline, and he wanted to meet with us to discuss how and explain how the bill was going to be enforced, or which is now law. There was a Rosebud tribe, vice chairman was there, the sergeant of arms, as well as the chairman of Yankton and the chairman of Lower Brew, and myself was in the meeting with the governor, and he had the higher patrolman, his state tribal relations, the lieutenant governor was there, as well as one of his staff. And basically they explained the bill throughout how it would be enforced. You know, it was overall it was a pretty decent meeting. I thought it went well. We explained why us tribes, why we fight so hard to defend our water. I thought that was important to bring up to let them know. Then we also told them, gave them examples of the things we've been doing too, to let them know that we Indian people, we're not lawless people. We do respect the laws. And our main intent is to ensure the health and the safety and the well-being of our members and all the people who are standing up against these pipelines. So went well. They expressed that they wanted to continue meeting. They want to continue to keep communications open. So we'll have to wait and see when the next meeting is going to be scheduled. There hasn't been any kind of future date set on that, but if there is, I'm sure that we will be there to sit down with the governor and discuss whatever needs to be discussed. Also, too, one of the things that we've been working on is to have a safe house, which we call a safe house for our young kids. We want to be able to have a place so they feel lost, depressed, or nobody cares, that they have a safe place to go to. And that's something that we've this past council session, tribal council, they passed policies to govern the safe house. We also just recently advertised, as a matter of fact, it closes today, we advertised for a safe house coordinator. And we're kind of hoping that once that coordinator's hired, that we could kind of really get the rest of the policies and the procedures developed so we can open the safe house. But the safe house will be open from children from, I believe, 12 to 18 years old. And I think it's something that is needed here on Cheyenne River. We also, this coming week, there is some renovation. We've selected house, there's a house 60, which is along Main Street, old IHS house that is, we'll be renovating beginning this coming Monday. So I'm kind of hoping in a couple of weeks that we can get things moving and going on it. We do intend to be advertising and looking for 4 to 5 more safe house workers, individuals, because we want this safe house to be open and available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So it is going to be manned by several of them throughout, and whatever is needed to help our youth. And that's what we've been working on, and I'm hoping in a couple of weeks that we will be completed with it. But the project is well on its way, and I'm kind of excited about it. I think about a year ago I met with our youth on Cheyenne River and in Cherry Creek, and that's something that they expressed that is needed here. So this safe house would combat depression, suicide attempts, and things like that. And I think now is more than ever we need it to watch out and to look for youth. So with that, I just want to thank you for listening, and I'll be looking forward to visiting with you again in the near future. So thank you.